Hey, so basically I decided that I'm gonna expose people not for being misinformed, because I'm not trying to expose the people that's misinformed. People that are misinformed, you're misinformed. There's nothing you can do about that. But I want to expose the people who are actively lying. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not exposing the people that are, misinformed, that don't know no better. Because you're probably just getting bad information, and that's not a knock on you. That's a knock on where you're getting the information from. I want to expose the mofos that's actively lying. The government did not need Tekashi 6ix9ine, right, for them to know that Kooda B was involved with that particular crime. They had a lot of evidence. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama. It may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Aight, so yeah. So apparently the courts have already said with as much proof as can possibly be given that Tekashi 6ix9ine was not the one who told them initially that Kooda B was involved with the shooting in Manhattan. Okay, so you see the paperwork in front of you right there. I had the first piece of paperwork on the load-in, as you seen, on the code open or whatever. So I had the first piece of paperwork right there. I'm gonna read off of that one some, but the one that you see in front of you, that's what I really want y'all to pay attention to, also even more than the others. But we're gonna read off of just the list real quick. And the paper, the whole entire page actually says, if you don't believe me that this is what the page says, you could always go back to the beginning of the video, pause it, and then read it for yourself. Anyway, so the paper says the government's case consisted of surveillance video. Mr. Rivera and Mr. Cruz were already in the process of cooperating with the government. Even if they had not been signed up as cooperators, they were providing information, both historically and proactive information. Both historical and proactive information. We had social media returns, surveillance video. We obtained a Title III wiretap on Mr. Jones' cell phone. We have prison calls. Okay, real quick, so y'all can understand what I'm reading from. This is the Tekashi sentencing. So while the judge is talking about, okay, so real quick, I'm gonna give a breakdown for everybody that don't know. When you're at sentencing, one of the things that the judge do is the judge talks about the positive things and the negative things, right? So when you have a 5K1 like Tekashi has, and you go in there and the judges try and deliberate on how much time he is or isn't going to give you, if you're going to go home, you ain't getting no time. So he's deliberating on what kind of time he is or he isn't giving you. What he's going to do is he's going to run down the reasons why he's giving such a verdict. He's not just going to say, you get 20 years, you get 20 years, you get 10 years. He's not going to do that. He's going to say, okay, these are the reasons in which why I'm going to deliver the verdict, or should I say not the verdict, because the verdict's already been given if you're getting sentenced. But these are the reasons why I'm going to have you sentenced to, I'm going to sentence you to set amount of time or whatever the case is. Then they read all the reasons why they are, why they aren't, or, basically. So why the judge was reading, this is the part that the judge was reading of the things that Tekashi did not help with. You got it? These are the things that Tekashi did not help with. These are the things that the government had that they did not need Tekashi for, and parts, and not just this one page that I'm going to read, but it's like pages of this that the Tekashi did not help them with, that it was just basically that was the hard work of the government or some other snitch or whatever the case might be. Anyway, I'm going to start it over again. now that you have the new context. It goes, the government's case consists of surveillance video. Mr. Rivera and Mr. Cruz were already in the process of cooperating with the government. Even if they had not signed up as cooperators, they were providing information, both historical and proactive information. We have social media returns, surveillance video. We obtained the Title III wiretap on Mr. Jones' cell phone. We have prison calls. With that information and what the government was able to charge, including the 9-tray conspiracy, the January 19, 2018 shooting by Aaron Young of an individual known as Snow, drug dealings within 9-tray among several of its members, including Mr. Cruz, Mr. Mack, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Martin, and others, an April 3 robbery in Midtown Manhattan, which was based in large part from Mr. Rivera, as well as the surveillance video on social media. The two April 21st, 2018 shooting, one was in the street in Brooklyn in broad daylight, the other was at the Barclays Center. We had information about the June 2nd, 2018 W hotel shooting. We were confident in Mr. McKenzie's involvement. We had surveillance video, we had cell phone site information, and we had phone connectivity. However, we were not in a position to include that as part of the racketeering conspiracy. So we were aware of the act of violence. We knew who did it. But in terms of making it a federal charge, we weren't there yet. That's basically what it says. So just so we could be clear, and once again, I know what everybody is gonna say. Not everybody, but some people. I know what some people are gonna say. Yo, man, why you always trying to defend Tekashi, homie? Why don't you just let us call him a snitch? You know, even though, you know, we saying he snitched on things he also didn't snitch on, you know? Nah, I get it. I understand completely what you are saying. So let's just be clear real quick. The reason why the judge does this is, let's say you got somebody who thinks they help the government more than they actually help the government, and then they don't have that much time cut off. They're going to be like, but I gave you this and I gave you that. You understand what I'm saying? So the government, not only do the government, you know, state how you help them, but the government also says, or the judge also says, now look, you know, these are the things that you did not help. These are the things you're not going to get credit for. We cannot give you credit for these things because you did not help us. Once again, Mr. Rivera, that's the driver. Mr. Cruz, that's CEO. They were already in the process of cooperating with the government. And even if they had not been signed up as cooperators, they were providing information, both historical and proactive. So basically, Mr. Rivera and Mr. Cruz, they were giving the federal government, they were giving the government information that was even, you know, prior to, you know, history, basically things that had already previously happened, whether they were crimes that they heard about or whatever the case was, and they were actively updating them on anything new that was happening. That's basically what they mean by historical and proactive. On top of all of that, they said that they had social media returns. We saw all of those in court. There was just a ton of them. Besides that, they said that they had surveillance video. Besides that, they said they got a Title III wiretap on Mr. Jones' cell phone. Besides that, they said they had prison calls. Now, I'm not making this video to say Tekashi didn't snitch. Tekashi snitched. I'm sitting right there in court. That's a fact. I'm making this video not even for the CEO Chris stuff that, you know, the people get charged or accused for, all the other things that, you know, Tekashi get accused for snitching on, that I know for a fact he didn't snitch on. I'm not even here for that. I'm literally only here for the part with Kooda B that y'all currently see on the screen. It says, because I need y'all to stop coming to my freaking chat talking about he snitched on Kooda. He did not snitch on Kooda. This is proof right here. Every time you see certain individuals that have an end, I'm not talking about people on the outside like fans. I'm not talking about people that don't know like the inside information on this. I'm not talking about them, because, you know, you looking like a lot of other people are looking. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the individuals who had access to information like what I'm just reading to you right now. I'm talking about the people who know the individuals involved, and they're publicly saying things that are not true. Like, if you're upset that your homies got locked up, you got a right to. Your brothers got locked up, you got a right to. Your uncles, fathers, if you were related, if these are just close friends because y'all grew up together, y'all in the same hood, or y'all in the same clique, or y'all have some kind of relation to one another and you pissed off 100%. If you don't know these guys and you're just mad that Tekashi snitch, I'm kind of all right with that. My whole thing is, why don't we call him a snitch for the things that he snitched on? Let's stop calling him a snitch for the shit that he didn't snitch on. I'm honestly not saying anything else other than that. And with that being said, it says right here, we were before Tekashi came and told them or said anything, because he had to speak on this. Because if Tekashi didn't confirm this, then he doesn't get his deal. So let's say he snitched on everything else, but then he says, I'm not going to tell you about Kooda. You know what, homie? We're going to use all of this information that you just told us in court, and then on top of that, we're not going to give you a deal. So basically, that's what it was. Anyway, it says right here, we were confident in Mr. McKenzie's involvement. We had surveillance video. We had cell phone site information. We had phone connectivity. I don't know what else to tell you about the Kooda B situation. Who still think he snitched on Kooda B? Leave it down in the comment section. I mean, this is the paperwork, man. Everybody says show paperwork. I'm showing paperwork. This is literally the paperwork. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama. It may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?